right, we're joined with head volleyball coach Austin Albers here after the conclusion of their 2024 spring season. Coach, what are your first initial thoughts on how the spring went? We obviously know 18-4 in all your sets played, so it seemed like it was a pretty successful spring. What did you say?
Yeah, I thought our gals did a great job. We came in and we worked on some things as a group of just building togetherness and culture and our expectations. And I felt like that really fed into our work ethic and our ability to come in and get things done in the gym. Saw a ton of growth. I mean, obviously, last year going in, we knew one of our weaknesses would just be our youth with 8 freshmen and 2 new transfers. And so our goal this spring was to turn that youth into experience and get them in the gym and really capitalize on that first off season, which is so important. And between our upperclassmen and our youngsters being able to develop, I'm really excited about the experience and the growth that we saw coming from that group this spring.
And you're obviously bringing in a few new players. One known face that's been here before, and then you're obviously bringing in another transfer as well. Talk about some of those girls that you're bringing in through the portal a little bit and how they've gotten acclimated here to your culture.
Yeah, well, we had Ray Jones join us here at semester, and coming from a really good, solid program in the NSIC, and she stepped foot on campus and took her about a week or two to really get going and get acclimated. But kudos to her; she really dove in, head first, both feet, and gosh, just took off. Had a better spring than even I think us or her anticipated, and just to see her finding herself and getting into her groove. She's playing some really great volleyball. I think she hit 260 here over the course of the spring. Was super low error, can help us and play some back row and do some things back there with her platform control and ability. And she's, quite frankly, probably the best right side blocker we've had since Peyton Stack, who played here 19 through 21. And so to be able to have that defensive type stopper over there on the right side gives us a great boost, and just been really pleased with her development and just her integration into the culture and setting herself aside as a leader of our program in just 3 short months. Can't say enough about her character and the type of young lady that she is. And then, we're really excited to get Megan Mattingly back. Obviously, having taken this year off from playing volleyball, I'm sure she'll be a little rusty and have some things that she'll need to, just work herself back into volleyball a little bit. But if I know Megan, she's one of those players that it won't take very long. She's pretty naturally gifted at whatever sport she picks up that day. So excited to get her back. The team was really open to bringing her back from what we were trying to do from a culture standpoint and building our family and our culture and our program a little bit more. They felt like Megan was going to be a great addition, and being able to welcome her back would be great, not just for her, but for us as a program as well. So looking forward to getting her back in August and getting her mixed in with the rest of this crew. And then we've got some great freshmen coming in too that, we anticipate being able to challenge and make a difference.
Talk about some of those freshmen you're bringing in as well.
Yeah, we have 2 freshmen signed. Hallie Hewlett out of Salt Lake City, Utah. Another Club V kid, same club as Sadie Scoville and Macy Wood. She's been well trained. Her club team was actually, at the highest I saw, ranked 2nd in the open division in the country this year. They have commits going to Texas and BYU, and their whole roster is a Power 5 roster. And Hallie's been able to run some of the setting core for that group with a lot of that group for several years now. She may be one of the better setters that we've signed during my time here. I'm really excited. We need to get her integrated into, how hard we work and how our system runs and all of those types of things. I think once we get her kind of understanding what it's going to take, what it takes to, excel and be a player at this level, she has the natural, God-given talent to just be an animal for us. And so I'm really excited about her. She led 5A in the state of Utah in aces, so she's a player that can make plays from the serve line as well. And so I think she'll be a great addition. And then Natalie Heyman from just up the road in Colorado Springs ended up being the 18-1s libero at Colorado Juniors, which had the top group in Colorado this year. And she's took over the reins, hearing from her club directors and club coaches of just how much she's grown and developed. We knew she was going to be special when we got her commitment last summer, but seeing her progress and hearing of the success that she's having over the course of this club season, I think she's going to come in and be able to challenge and just give us more quality depth and an ability to compete in that libero spot from a ball control standpoint. And she just gives great energy. She'll be a great culture kid, and I'm excited to get those two added to the mix.
You also were able to add a new assistant coach to your staff, Anne-Marie Chin, who has had lots of success as a coach and a player. Kind of talk about how you've gotten her acclimated in here. We know she came in here at the semester break, and how she's kind of fit in here in Pueblo.
That might have been our best signing. If only she had some eligibility, we'd be in real good shape. Yeah, AC has been just an absolute dynamo since stepping on campus. She started with us officially on February 1st, has been hugely impactful toward helping with our serve receive, with our defense, some of those areas where we haven't been as clean in the past, and really taken a lot of our young players under her wing, and they've just really responded well to her. It doesn't hurt that we can throw her out there in practice when we need to, and she's clearly one of the best players on the floor still at age 30. And so I think she's just built that rapport and that respect with our team that is going to lead to some really good things. But I think her biggest superpower is just her ability to naturally balance out and fill the holes of the rest of our coaching staff. She just has such a good feel for what the team needs, and has just been an awesome compliment. And so, yeah, she has been huge to the growth and success of our program. Yeah, beyond adding our players, I think she was one of our biggest additions.
You've had lots of success here in Pueblo, starting in 2019, 77-50 overall record. You've made the RMAC tournament every year you've been here. Most recently, the past NCAA tournament appearance was 2022 for you. What are kind of your goals and expectations with you're steady getting into that RMAC tournament, but obviously we know the kind of culture and program you've built here. What do you guys got to do to take the next step to get back into the NCAA tournament?
Yeah, we just need to be more consistent. I mean, at our best last fall, we were good enough to beat some of the best teams in the country. We just lacked consistency with our youth, and I just felt like, across the board, we never really knew which version of us was going to show up. And so we've really tried to invest in that piece over the course of the spring. What are our expectations? How do we show up every day for one another? And really taking on and talking about an attitude of servant leadership within our program. And, even when we're not having our best day, being able to show up for the lady next to you and give her your best so that you can provide an environment where she can grow. And our team has really latched onto that. Our culture growth has just really snowballed over the course of the spring, and I've been really pleased with that. The coolest thing is when you're in it every day and we're talking about it and putting time into it, you don't see those changes day to day because they're small and they're incremental. But we've had some alumni and some former players and fans and people that have come to our matches over the course of the spring that have just said, wow, the change is dramatic. We can see it. It's visible. And it's making a big difference for the team. And so, that just kind of gives us some, positive reinforcement of the things that we're doing are the right things. I think if we can continue to do those things and keep that snowballing over the course of the summer and into the fall, our consistency will be better, and we'll be able to go out and perform. And, I knew going into the season, I said, we're going to be young, so we may win some that we shouldn't win, and we may lose some that we shouldn't lose, and that's really what happened to us. And so I think the big thing this year is just going out there and playing with consistency, not overreacting to losses if and when they do happen, and then going out there and just being steady in how we compete to win. I think our goals are to finish in the top 4 in the conference, put ourselves back in that national tournament run. We want to be there more consistently than we're not. And so, hopefully being able to chalk 2023 up to a missed year and a young year, and then being able to get back and put ourselves in that position to compete.
Head coach Austin Albers joining us here this morning. Coach, thanks for joining us. PAC volleyball starts in early September at the Steel City Showcase right here in Pueblo. Coach, thanks for joining us as always.
It was a pleasure. Thanks for having me.